I'm Joe Chili, weekday morning, 7 to 9 a.m. on the Big Weck. On the Big Weck's Buffalo on the Rise today, we welcome Keith Mann from Mr. Christmas. How you doing?
I'm great.
Good. You and your wife run this, right?
Yes.
I want to make sure I mention her too. Lisa?
Lisa.
That's good, because I don't want to get in trouble. You know, just talking about you and not talking about the person.
She's my better half.
Yeah, there you go. That's very good. How long has Mr. Christmas been in business?
6 years.
Really?
Yeah.
And have you always been in the same location?
Well, yeah, until we set up recently in the Dave & Buster's when the mall closed.
Mm-hmm. What about the items that you have in there? I mean, I'm sure that it's everything Christmas, but you know, what kind of size, what kind of variety? Everything under the sun?
Yeah, and we actually specialize in new and vintage stuff. So it's a lot of blurring the lines between, you know, the new plastic Christmas trees and the old plastic blow molds. You know, people love that stuff. It brings back a lot of their childhood memories and emotions.
You know, it's funny because, you know, you talk about pre-lit trees and things like this now. When I was growing up, probably when you were growing up, you know, we had real trees, okay, to begin with. The other thing was we had those big lights, you know, and I kind of miss those.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit. I understand, you know, that they used to get warm. We used to, you know, turn off the tree, don't leave the tree on. Make sure the tree's watered, you know, and all this kind of stuff,
Exactly.
Right? But, so can you do something other than just like small twinkle lights now? Do they make something, you know, similar to those?
Well, yeah, you can still find those C9s, those big bulbs. They're still out there. It's just they take a lot of energy to run.
Well, that's the other thing you have to worry about after Christmas, the bills, right?
Yeah.
How do you blend nostalgia with technology?
Well, it works well with each other because all the twinkling lights seem to be universal with the new and the used.
You know, some of the things, or many of the things that you have in there have a distinctive look and feeling. Now, do you have them divided into different areas of the store? Do you have like nostalgia, newer things? Do you have them mixed together? How do you work that out?
We do separate. There's areas of the vintage stuff and there's areas of the new stuff. Like most of the new Christmas trees are all set up together. And we do have vintage ones that we set up in the back that maybe, you know, some of the lights don't work or they're older. They're budget trees. We actually take in trees on trade. Like if somebody buys a new tree, we'll tell them to bring their old one in. We'll give them credit towards their new one, and we'll clean them up or strip the wires off them or ultimately fix them and sell them as pre-loved trees.
What about things like tinsel, garland? People still do those things?
Oh yeah.
Really?
And we actually still have a big supply of the old aluminum tinsel. People love that stuff.
And what about the aluminum trees? I still remember, you know, it was the stationary tree, right? And there was a light at the bottom that you screw out, color wheel?
Yeah.
They still do that?
We have 3 of them set up in the store.
Really?
They're beautiful. Oh yeah. Real aluminum trees.
I don't know if that gives a traditional feel to me at all. It gives a nostalgic feel because I remember it as I was growing up.
Right.
But, you know, I don't think if I said to my kids or to my grandkids, if I said, remember those, those trees that were kind of like all aluminum, whatever the case, you know, what are you talking about? And they wouldn't know what it is. And like,
but their grandmother had one, and they like, oh, they want to have it to relive those memories.
What about small ceramic trees?
Have those too.
Is that something, you know, will people do a small tree like that for their home rather than kind of dress the whole thing up?
Well, I think those people actually add those kind of accessory to their kitchen island or their a little table in their dining room or their, you know, it's just an accent. But that doesn't replace the full tree. But people like to decorate all over the house with similar things like that.
What about gingerbread men, gingerbread cottages, all those little things?
Yeah, and the ceramic village pieces are probably one of our best sellers. People love that. They have their own village set up and they're always adding to it.
You know, is Santa there?
I'm sorry?
Is Santa at your store?
He visits quite often. We have a great Santa. He'll be there tomorrow for the video.
Well, I think, you know, Mr. Christmas, I mean, you know, then obviously Santa's got to be there. You know, we understand that. Give us your location too, please.
We're 4545 Transit Road. It's the Eastern Hills Mall. It's in the former Dave & Buster's location on the front of the mall.
Are there specific holiday memories Do you think that inspire product designs?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of knockoffs, like those ceramic Christmas trees. They were all made by individual moms and grandmothers doing that as ceramic class. And now that they're limited because they break, they're rare. So there's companies that actually reproduce those with plastic or different ways, just to fill that need.
All right, I'm going to take you back, a nostalgia thing now. I don't know if you sell this. The spray snow that you used to spray on the windows to make.
I have it. Oh yeah.
Come on.
I have it. It's in stock.
Really?
Yeah.
I can still remember my mom doing that. You know, in the
and
windows.
people get really artistic with that. They can make village scenes, and it's great.
What about those? They're Christmas. They're like Christmas lights, but they have like water and a bubble in them.
Oh, the bubble lights.
Is that what they're actually called?
Yeah, bubble lights. I can't keep them in stock. I cannot keep them in stock. And really, it's just all the old varieties of those. They come and go. But they don't make them anymore. You have to depend on the stock that's still available.
You know, Christmas is what your parents made it. If your parents made it a great Christmas, you're loving that and you're remembering that right now. So we want to invite people out to see you at Mr. Christmas, and thank you very much. We really appreciate you coming in, Keith.
Yeah, my pleasure.
For more information and answers to your questions, contact Mr. Christmas by stopping by or go to mrchristmasusa.com. Sponsorship and promotional consideration for the preceding segment was provided by Mr. Christmas. And don't forget to join all your favorite personalities, JP, Roger Christian, Glenn Topolsky, and me with classic oldies from the 60s and 70s on the Big Wack.